Hello, my lovely Capricorn, and welcome to your career, money, abundance reading for the second half of October 2019. I am Heather from the Crystal Vein Tarot. Welcome to my channel, and thank you for joining me today. This is a general reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising sign of Capricorn, so remember, not all of the messages today will resonate. Take what fits and be sure to check out the readings for your Moon and Rising signs as well. I only post on YouTube, so please, if you enjoyed this reading, give it a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below, as I would love to hear from you. Now, I have already shuffled the cards, but I'm going to give them another shuffle on camera, and I'm using two decks today. I'm using the Gilded Tarot and the Arcanum Tarot. The Gilded Tarot will be used for the main cards, and then the Arcanum Tarot is going to be used as the clarifiers. So let's see what energies we have around Capricorn in career, money, and finance. So the very first card is Temperance. And it is followed by the Ten of Wands. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Hanged Man. So that is your overall energy for the next 2 weeks, Capricorn, in the second half of October. And now I'm going to pull some clarifiers for Temperance and the Ten of Wands. This is a bigger deck. It's a little harder for my hands to hold. So Temperance is clarified by the Hermit. And then Ten of Wands is clarified by the Star. Okay, Capricorn, just give me one moment. I'm going to look at all the cards together and then I will start your reading. Okay. So for the, let's see. So we start out with the overall energy, Capricorn, of the Hanged Man. There we go. Hold it like this so you can see it. So the Hanged Man the Hanged Man has a lot of wisdom. He's also about self-sacrifice and getting a different perspective. You see he's chained up here and he's hanging upside down, but he's not in pain. He's there deliberately. He's put himself in this position because he wants to gain clarity and a different perspective on a situation. So I'm getting the feeling that over the next 2 weeks, this could be about, make sure when it comes to your career, money, and abundance, be sure to take a step back from whatever's going on around you and try to see the situation or whatever's going on from a different perspective or from a different person's perspective. Before you jump into anything or jump to conclusions about anything in your work, career, money, finances, try and get a different perspective before you jump to any conclusions. And I'm getting the feeling that that's kind of that overall energy, and that's what Spirit's kind of advising you to do for the next 2 weeks for the second half of October. Is just try to see things from a different way. But we start off the second half of October with Temperance. And Temperance is about balance, harmony. It's patience, self-control, moderation. So, and that could even be about the seeing things from a different perspective. Perhaps you could be at either extreme. Perhaps you're being overly cautious at work, or perhaps you're overindulging in something. And what Spirit is telling you is that you need to approach things with balance, and kind of have a bit of self-control, everything in moderation, and be patient. So I'm feeling like there could be a situation where you're eager to get involved in it, and that it's almost like Capricorn. You're a fantastic sign. You are that that goat with the fishtail that makes its way to the top of the mountain slowly, diligently. There is not anything that Capricorn cannot achieve. When the Capricorn puts his or her mind to something, they always achieve it and they do it well, and it doesn't matter how long it takes. This is a slow and steady wins the race. And perhaps there's a situation, I'm getting the sense that there's a situation going on in your career, money, abundance sector that you're really kind of chomping at the bit to take the lead, and you want to like push through. And what Spirit's telling you is, whoa, slow down a little bit. Approach this like, the way a Capricorn normally does, by weighing all the options and really like having that so try and see it from other people's point of view, the situation, and take your time and don't be and just have that patience and that self-control and moderation, knowing that you always succeed at everything that you do. And it's even like the temperance here, this moderation and balance is being clarified by the Hermit. And the Hermit, this is a card about going inward and internally. And it's going within for clarity, and it's a quest for personal truth and spiritual illumination. So again, as this clarifying temperance and balance and being patient, it's really Spirit is telling you that you really need to slow down, take a breath, go within, find what feels right, and then continue on this journey, or whatever this is that's going on, the situation that could be going on in your career, finance sector. And it could even be, again, with this going full steam ahead here, and Spirit telling you to slow down and to be patient and have that self-control. Perhaps you're feeling like maybe even a little bit combative with someone at work, that you're really feeling like you need to stand your ground with someone, and Spirit is saying that find your own spiritual truth. Whatever you're feeling like you might have to defend yourself against, you know the truth in this situation, and just take everything in moderation. Don't blow everything out of proportion. Don't get too headstrong with whatever the situation is. And again, try and see it from the other person's point of view, especially if there's some kind of conflict that's going on at work. And I'm kind of getting the sense that this is related to that, because then you also have the Ten of Wands here. And so the Ten of Wands is all about it's burdens and stress, and so this is you feeling overwhelmed and exhausted. You have too much on your plate, and perhaps there's someone in your work environment that keeps piling on jobs or tasks onto you, and it's creating this feeling of burden and stress. But instead of going after them full force and going to your boss or your manager and with complaints or how to change the situation, really go inward and try and solve that problem yourself, again, by seeing it from a different perspective before you get too ahead of yourself. Because Capricorn is a wonderful sign insofar as that's the person that they always play nice in the sandbox. They always get along with other people. They're very accommodating. They do tend to sacrifice themselves for the greater good. And so that can also mean that sometimes they get walked on. And I really feel like this is a situation where this might be happening, that you're feeling like you're being walked on. And so you want to take an aggressive stance. But, Spirit is telling you, no, slow down. Take that middle ground. Like, don't blow it out of proportion just yet. Go inward. Think strategically about how you want to handle it. Try and see it from the other person's point of view. And you're wrapping it up here with the Star card. The Star is, this is renewal, hope, inner clarity, having faith and being in the spotlight. And, depending on how you can handle this situation, I really do feel like there's some kind of conflict going on at work. But however you handle that situation is, if you do it correctly and you don't, because that's another thing with Capricorn too. As much as they play nice with others in the sandbox, if you tick off a Capricorn, you better be careful, because they do have horns, and they, you know, they're definitely a sign I wouldn't want to mess with. And I really feel like Spirit is telling you that don't take it that way. Don't go in that direction, because instead find that inner clarity and just have faith in yourself and know that you can get through this, because Capricorn, you are that sign of perseverance, and you can get through anything, any challenges. You're so good at overcoming challenges, and that you will be in the spotlight if you handle yourself properly. So just keep that in mind, Capricorn, please, for the second half of October. And this concludes your career, money, abundance reading for the second half of October, Capricorn. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.